The second game on the list for top Nintendo Switch games is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Being merely just an Animal Crossing game, why is it so special? Today, we also have my friend and special guest, Jeremy. Explain how we will rate the game, Jeremy.
So basically, we have a list of questions which we will go down one by one and decide if we think that thing is executed well or not. We will both answer with our own opinions and how well we think it was done.
But before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and share this with your friends. Turn on all post notifications.
Do it!
So, let's get started. So, today we will be recording based off of questions that I ask. I will answer and then Jeremy will answer. Jeremy told us how the video will work at the intro. So let's get started. Question 1. Do you think that the deserted island theme was executed well or not? Well, I think it was executed pretty good, or pretty well. I think that was done really good. I think that the way that they did it was good, but I think the only problem I have is maybe the fact that your island might not feel as upgraded as many of the shops are not present. So what do you think, Jeremy?
I think it was pretty good, but I think it's like a good theme. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay, question 2. How do you feel about the shop not being upgraded very many times? Okay, so I'm going to answer first. So, I hate this. It's very annoying. And it's like, my shop only has 5 items a day, 3 being major furniture items, 1 being major, like so expensive. It costs so much. And then the other 2 being like small little things. And then maybe occasionally there being a display item. What do you think, Jeremy?
I think Animal Crossing is a good game, and every time it gets better, but the shops don't get better every time.
That's the way I feel about it. Like, there's no Leaf shop, no Kicks shop, no any of that, like in New Leaf. Where's Gracie Grace?
Now, me personally, I think Animal Crossing should have good content.
What, is Gracie bad content?
Yes.
Okay. Question 3. Do you think that the island customization is better or worse than previous entries? The way I feel about it, it's definitely better. And when I say better, I mean better because... So first, it starts out with just being a small little island. There's no customization. Now, once you get a little further and maybe you start doing the plots for other villagers, and then you start to really build Nook's Cranny, it still's not customizable really, and that's what really stinks. But once you get the resident services building, now any of you have just started, you don't know what that is, you can look it up, but you have to meet certain conditions such as getting all 3 of the plots done. You have to have Nook's Cranny done. The museum tent must be up, and you can look up how to do that, but it's really after you get City Hall that starts to get better because you can start to build bridges. Public work projects are not present in this game. And so after that, eventually, once you get a 3-star rating, the game is over, but you can have this Island Designer app where you can place paths and you can dig up rivers and you can make cliffs with it. So it's really amazing. So what do you think, Jeremy?
I think the island customization is better because you can make it your own customized island, and you can show off to all your friends and show how good you are at Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it is the top second game, although our friends don't seem to be very obsessed with Animal Crossing. I was not the one who came up with it. It was one of my friends. But, when we started playing. So, question 4. do you think it takes too long and too many bells to upgrade your island? So I'm going to answer first. No, it does not take too long. That's kind of the A part of this question, and then the B part is how, like, do you think it's too many bells? So no, it does not take too long. I think you just really have to know what you're doing. Now the plot section where you're trying to build like the 3 plots, that's a little bit annoying. We'll just say it's a little bit annoying because you have to craft all these things. Tom Nook does not provide supplies. Ugh, it really stinks. So that's the way I feel about that. Now, having bells, the bells part, it takes way too many bells to upgrade. And this should be the game of miles, but it's more like you're spending bells again. It takes way too many bells to upgrade your house. I mean, it starts with a little bit. Now, every Animal Crossing game, it costs a lot, but it has to cost the most in this game. Okay, take it away, Jamie.
Yeah, so I think it takes like way too long and too many bills because every time like your house, you have to pay more and more bells each time, and it would take like forever, like, and you have to like pay for like all the supplies and stuff, and
yeah, Tom Nook is not nice. He just makes you do everything while
he's fat.
Yeah, he is fat. While he just sits there drinking his pop and sitting by the workbench, which he could be putting to use. You might as well give us the workbench. Question 5. How do you feel about some characters not being present in the game? So, personally, some characters I'm glad they're gone, but some have made a new appearance on the Harvest Island expansion. Which you probably, if you have Update 3.0, you know about it. So, basically, there are a bunch of trailers. You have to pay 100,000 bells each. Which, by the way, going back to our other question, is a lot.
That's a lot of bells.
Plus, because most of them, okay, Tour Timer's shop on there. Which, by the way, I'm glad Tour Timer's back, because I kind of like Tour Timer. So, the thing is, I don't want to spend 100,000 bells to access my storage, because that's what Tour Timer does. You can access your storage on Harvest Island. It's just silly. It's very silly. So, characters not being present. Well, I've noticed that Pelly, Phyllis, and Pete, they're gone. I liked them. Well, some of them.
Yeah.
Phyllis was kind of a jerk. I'm glad she's gone. But, you know, she gave some of the... They've taken out all the jerks. That's the thing that... You know, even if Resetti and Phyllis were jerks, I still liked them. I mean, you had to have some not nice people in the town. Now it feels like there's only nice people in the town. Pelly was really a good character. Pete was. Gracie, she overcharged. Let's just say that. Some characters just don't have shops also. But, I mean, I could go on all day with this question because it's just, like, insane how many characters they've taken out and don't have big places in the game, even after updates. What do you think, Jeremy?
I think that, like, I'm glad that some characters got taken out, but I feel like I missed some of them, too. Like
which one?
Like, Phyllis, I'm, like, glad she was gone, like...
But who do you miss?
She was a bully.
Oh, by the way, Don Resetti and Resetti are also gone.
Yeah.
Which I liked Don, but Resetti is a different story.
Yeah, and like I miss like Pelly. She was nice, and
Pete.
I didn't really care about.
But Phyllis liked Pete, but Pete likes Pelly. It's kind of a circle. So that's all the questions that we have. So make sure that you like and subscribe. Those are all of our questions. But before we end the video, we have to rate it 1 to 10. Now, the fact that the shops don't really have upgrades and there's just a lot of former things not present in the game, it just feels like too much of a clean slate. But the fact that it's so good, and I know most people would say that's just the best, and I do think that definitely the fact that you get to, the customization is so good that, I mean, they kind of balance out. So I'm going to give it an 8. What do you think? What do you think, Jeremy? He's whispering, what? Animal Crossing?
Like me rating Animal Crossing, I would probably rate it, wait, what did you rate it?
8. I rated it 8.
I would probably rate it probably a 7.
Okay, why do you rate it a 7?
I don't know. I just like it. I like it, but I don't think that it really deserves like over a 7 because it can get kind of boring after you play it for so long. So yeah.
Yeah, I do have to agree that the daily reset is really what keeps you coming back.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it does get kind of boring. Like, after you play for maybe about 30 minutes, it's just like there's nothing else to do. You've sold everything. But that is why that they have the Happy Home Paradise DLC, which is $25, but it's definitely worth it. If you get bored, you will appreciate this. It's worth the $25. Or if you have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, that comes free. So that's all we have for today. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. Hopefully this one does as well as the Why is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe So Terrific did. And thanks guys for watching. Bye.